let's just get into it. Let's just start from the top. So, market scan. The first thing that I want to mention is that I use something called 3 commas. You could use 3 commas, and this is 3 commas. And so this is 3 commas. This is the thing that I use. You could use it if you want to trade. That's how I trade. So I say, remember that you could set your entries, take profits and stop losses, and have stop loss timeouts, and have automatic trailing stops, and have automatic trailing take profits, all with 3 commas. You could even set conditional orders so your money doesn't get locked up whenever you put your limit buys in. This means that you could put limit buys in for as many trades as you want without locking up any capital, which is pretty amazing. Plus, you could also use their bots to automate your trading, and I will be creating a course on bots soon. If you aren't signed up to 3 commas yet, you could use this link right here. That'll help you to do it. Next is that I will update the charts if there is a need to update them. If nothing has changed from the previous week, for example, I was waiting for the ideal buy zone to hit last week, and this week I'm still waiting and it hasn't moved, then, sorry, that was disgusting. Then I'll just post the same chart as last week. I set alerts for these charts to go off in the alerts channel. And by that, I mean, I'm talking about this in my what is this called? The Discord group right here. You can see I have alerts down here. This is the alerts. And so I have different alerts, quants, I have all this stuff. And so I post those up in the alerts channel for anyone who is part of the VIP. And what else do I need to say? But if the ideal buy zone hasn't been hit, then I'm still waiting for it. Then I'm just going to post the same charts as last week. It makes sense. And I set the alerts for these charts to go off in the alert channel in the VIP. So make sure that you have the alert channel set to notify you when the alerts go off if you are a VIP member. Anyway, if a coin is close to the buy zone, I'll also post it in the VIP signal channel as well as the ideal buy zone channel. Some important info that you should know if you are, chiming in here. By the way, if you are chiming in, you could, let me say hi in the chat. Just say hi in the chat. There's only 3 people here, but I appreciate you guys. Anyway, I just want to know that my voice is coming through clear and all of that stuff. So if you're watching, just say hi or something in the chat. The next thing that I need to say is important info is that I have 2 accounts. So I have an investment account and I have a trading account. So when I post charts in the ideal buy zone, the VIP alt signals, or the alerts go off in the alert channel, go off in the alert channels, these are trades. So when I post in the investing portfolio channel, those are buy and hold until further notice. So there's a difference between the trades and the buy and hold portfolio investing portfolio. So in the investing portfolio, it's either buy and hold, or you just buy and hold until major resistance, and that will be indicated on the chart. Don't confuse these two. The investment portfolio buys might be held for years. The signals in the other channels are actually trades that might take a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, or on very rare occasions, months. Finally, if any of this stuff is confusing you, take the Crypto Mastery course at cryptoelite.com so you can understand how to read the charts. I highly recommend you go through this course. It will make it so much easier for you to make money. And you get my trading cheat sheet, which is the same one I use for every single trade when you get the course. So 4 things that I keep in mind when trading. If you see the 5-wave golden ratio play out, Crypto Elite EW fib strategy, this is explained in the course. Then I go in extremely heavy. And by the way, these 4 things, before I go into the rest of them, these 4 things are things that I've learned, and that I just say these every single time to remind myself, because we need constant reminders. Oh, hold on a second. Well, hopefully you could hear, hopefully you turn your music down, Vey, and you could hear. But regardless, these 4 things, I hope everyone else could hear me. But regardless, these 4 things, these are just things that I continually say every single time, because you have to, yeah, you have to, like everyone has to remember the important things, right? Like we have to constantly remind ourselves, otherwise we're just going to forget. And so I wrote down these 4 things because these are like some of the most important things that like I know, so I just don't want to forget like ever. And so I remind myself every single time I do my analysis. The first one is a 5-wave golden ratio thing. That's something that I discovered, and you could learn about that if you get the course. The second thing is that if you see a coin coming down to the $1 mark, the $10 mark, or maybe like the $100 mark, something like that, those are psychologically significant numbers. So I usually go in really, really heavy during those numbers. Or if it's coming up to them, I usually sell. Like if it's coming up to $100 or something, I'll usually sell a lot, and then I'll buy back in a little bit lower, because a lot of people just like to sell during those big numbers. Also, when alts are going up in both USDT and Bitcoin terms, that is when they are the most bullish, as opposed to going up only versus USDT or only versus Bitcoin. If they're going up for against both USDT and Bitcoin, then man, alts are really, they're on fire, and you should definitely go in. Or not, it's not financial advice, but oh yeah, I have to put that disclaimer out here. Nothing in here is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You should always consult a financial advisor whenever dealing with finances, all that stuff, right? And then number 4 is that if you see both USDT and Bitcoin value against an alt at the bottom at the same time, you should go in very, very, very heavy. That is, well, I mean, I will go in very, very, very heavy, because it's a great opportunity. Okay, this is what I wrote last time. The last time I did an update, it was like, man, a month and a half ago, because I was moving and I finally got settled into, well, not totally settled in, but pretty settled into my new place. So the overall big picture, in 2013, we had a major drop from the highs. We went sideways, then we shot up and made a huge recovery to new all-time highs. This is a very likely scenario. This is because the Fed and the Congress will most likely decide to print more money to try to stimulate the economy. People have been investing their stimmy checks into crypto, and it goes up. Also, the market has been going up despite the FUD over the past few weeks. So that is why I think we are very, very bullish, or at least I'm very, very bullish. So let me just type this. If you can hear me, that please let me know. So I just wrote that in the chat, if you could hear me, or if I need to change anything, then let me know, because I'm trying to make sure this new setup is really good. So these are the notes from last time. Last time I said lots of resistances are above the current market cap. Total market cap looks like it'll reach the 61 Fibonacci again. That's when to go buy back in. Buy anything once it hits the basically 1.2 trillion. Played out perfectly. Now it's hitting the resistance again, so it's a good time to exit the markets. I expect crypto to be range bound for the next couple months. I don't expect a huge run. Oh, so yeah, so this is great. Like last time basically we bought the bottom, but then we ended up selling it, and then after a little bit of the run up, but then it kept on running up, and I didn't have time to do another analysis, so we made money on the run up, right? Because we bought it at 1.19, which if I go into here, I believe this will be the charts. Yeah, so you could see right here 1.192, right? Like that's like great time to buy anything right here. So we bought it here, but then we sold it, or at least I did, up here. This was red before. And so now it's like, oh snap, we're above this resistance, this previous resistance, right? So is this like a fake out, and then we're going to come back down, and then like the crypto market's just going to lose a whole bunch of value? Or is this like the new support, and we're just going to ride that up, right? We're going to have to figure that out. Okay, sweet. Thank you, Unfold. Perfect. I got a new microphone. I actually bought this like $900 microphone setup. It was ridiculous. It's the Shure microphone that like Joe Rogan uses and stuff. So it should be really, like the audio should be really perfect. It should be like so good. I hope so. But and apparently it is. So I'm really happy to know that. Anyway, back to the analysis. So this is what I do. In case you're new here, let me just go over this real quickly. The thing to know is that I have my analysis, and I start out doing the MVRV score, the rainbow, then I go to the rainbow chart, then I look at the fear and greed index, then I look at the total market cap, everything, and then I look at the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, and then I look at the dominance levels, And then I look at different coins that I'm like, well, actually don't look at this. This is something that I add at the end. And then I look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And then I just go through, I sort of just go through the market cap of like really high market cap coins and coins that are on, yeah, I mean, coins listed by market cap. So BNB, ADA, Doge, XRP, DOT, Uni, Sol, Link, and I just go through them one by one by one by one. And what I do is I put the charts up on my screen like this, right? And then I will simply just like here's Bitcoin, right? And then I go down, and then I go down, and then I go down, and I just like keep on going down through the charts. There's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, there's the weekly chart, the daily chart, all of this stuff. Bitcoin versus Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So there's a lot of different basically charts that I go through, and I just go through them one by one by one. And what I do is I use the trading cheat sheet that I have, which let me actually bring that up. I want to bring that up here. Just give me 1 second while I bring up my trading cheat sheet. Usually I have this, I mean, I do have it printed out, but I just, I don't have it with me because I left it at my old house. I need to go back and grab it. But here we go. CryptoElite trading cheat sheet checklist. So let me bring this up. And this is going to be really, really, really good. If you are new or if you are, you know, interested in trading and stuff like that, this right here, boom. Okay, cool. So this right here is something that's in the, you know, it's in my course and everything like that. And I'll go over it for you in this live stream because it's super important, especially because we have a lot of new people and a lot of people that just joined, you know, my Discord and everything like that. So what I do is I created this trading cheat sheet checklist based off of a billion things that I learned from reading so many books on trading and from simply just being in the market for such a long time and constantly looking at the markets and just seeing like what happens, you know? So this is my trading cheat sheet checklist. And so I use this, it says right here, use this checklist before entering all of your trades to see if they meet your criteria. So before you enter any trade, what you have to do is, or what you should do is you should put up your checklist of what constitutes a good trade, right? What are your rules that you have in place that tells you, is this a good trade or is this not a good trade, right? And so this is what I created after reading a bunch of books, after taking a bunch of courses, and after spending literally like hours and hours, like I don't know, 5, 6 to 10 hours, sometimes 12, 15 hours, days, sometimes just in the market. So starts off with some general principles, right? So the general principle number one is that in a bull market, you buy early and you ride the wave. This is really, really important because I remember back in, I think it was November, it was either October or November of 2020. I was basically like, hey, look, we're starting this bull market, so just buy everything and just like don't have any stop losses anymore because that was in the very beginning, right? You buy early and you ride the wave during a bull market, right? Right when the bull market starts. And that's why you have to be in crypto, right? That's why you have to actually be in it. Even when things don't look good, because if you just wait around and you're not actually in it, you're not actually paying attention to the markets, then you're not going to know when to buy it because you should buy it when it's low. You know, you should buy it during the bear markets. You should buy it when things dip really hard, so that you get the most gains and be in before the bull market starts. But everyone always comes in when the bull market actually is already full swing, and you want to be in before them. The second thing is that in a bear market, either stay out, go short, or have conservative profit targets on your long trades. So that is very self-explanatory. In a bear market, when things are going down, you want to stay out or you want to go short, which is basically going with the trend, making money when the price goes down, or you want to have a conservative profit targets for your long trades, aka if you're buying something, you want to sell it with conservative. You don't want to try going for like 100x or 100% gains, right? Maybe like 10% gains or 20% gains, right? Then finally, know what the sentiment of the market is and where we are in the market cycle. So this is very, very important. You have to know about market cycles if you want to know how to trade. If you want to trade, like if you want to be like a good trader, like know where the market cycle is, right? So after that, I have a couple more rules things that I've learned. Buy the rumor, sell the news. So in the crypto markets, prices make huge moves based off of rumors. If you could get in early and you could ride the wave up, then you could make, great winners. Remember though, that you need to use market sentiment and technical analysis when determining your entries. Take profits and stop losses. So when fundamental analysis such as rumors plus technical analysis such as major support comes together, those are great trading opportunities. And when buying the rumor and selling the news, do this with legitimate projects and sell a day or more before the news using TA to back up your levels. So one thing, is there a huge event or partnership coming up? Will the coin be forking? Will the coin be rebranding? Coins don't really fork anymore. That was a big thing in 2017, 2018. But yeah, it's basically if the coin is going through something really big, then you could do that. Finally, you could use CoinMarketCal to see if there's anything going on with your crypto. And then also verify it is good with TA. I always say verify with TA because the charts could tell you more about a project than fundamentals can. Well, I mean, in a sense. Finally, let's go down with the trading blueprint. So top-down analysis. Start with the monthly if available, then move to the weekly, then the daily, then the 4-hour. Fine-tune your lines as you shorten the time period. So this lets you create your long-term zones within the monthly and weekly. And then you get your intraday zones as well as, collect more information until you get to your long-term targets. And so top-down analysis, that's what it's called, where you start at the high time frames and then you go down. Finally, draw the support and resistance levels using the horizontal line tool to mark off key support and resistance points. Monthly resistance is key. Some people use pivot points, standards, set to Fibonacci. These could also tell you the areas. I just use my eyes though. I just use the standard horizontal supports and resistances. The top resistance is the barrier that will make or break the climb to new highs. And these are some really important rules that I always follow. Is it closer to support or resistance? If it's at support, then don't sell. I never sell if it's at support. If it's at resistance, don't buy. I never buy if it's at resistance, period. These are like the very first rule, literally the very first rule that I have in my trading cheat sheet. My trading rules is do not sell at support and do not buy at resistance. If it's closer to support, it's a better buy. If it bounces off support, it's a better longing opportunity. If it broke through the support, it's a better shorting opportunity. If it's closer to the resistance, it's not a good buy. If it bounces off the resistance, it's not a good buying opportunity. And it's possibly a better shorting opportunity unless we're in a bull market and price consolidates under the resistance. So this is where knowing your basically knowing where we are in the market cycle and what the sentiment of the market is helps with knowing whether or not to short the market or long the market, right? Depending on where the price is. Finally, if it breaks through the resistance, it's possibly a great buy with a breakout play. But of course, if we're in a bear market and it breaks through the resistance, then it's most likely a bull trap. And bull traps happen all the time. So these breakout plays aren't necessarily always the best thing, right? So you could wait for the retrace and then get in on the retrace. Finally, that's support and resistance. There's everything that you need to know about support and resistance is right there. Then there's draw the trend lines to counter trend lines. So you can and should use the EMAs to get a more objective view of the trend. So I use exponential moving averages to get an objective view of the trend. When the price is above the moving averages, it's an uptrend. When the price is below the moving averages, it's in a downtrend. If it's really choppy and the price is going up and down above the moving averages, then no trend is available. Lower highs and lower lows is a downtrend. Higher lows and higher highs is an uptrend. And if the overall trend is bullish, then it's an uptrend and it's less risky to go long. So you want to go long if we're in an uptrend. If it's in a downtrend, then it's less risky to short the market. So you probably want to short or stay out of the market if we're in a downtrend. Then I have the Fibonacci tool, and I check the Fibonacci. I check the Fibonacci on the monthly and the weekly for long-term targets. If the Fib levels are being met, the extensions are very likely to be met. Then use it on the daily for short term targets. So I start off on the monthly or the weekly for the targets, and then I go down to the daily for the shorter term targets. This is the top down. Remember, that's the top down analysis. That's what that is. I use it for the support and resistance levels, and I use it for the Fibonacci. So this says if there's major support on the 61.8 and the 61.8, then that means that the 61.8 golden ratio is a great place to long. Likewise, if there's major resistance on the 61.8, then that is a great place to take profit. If you can make the Fibonacci make sense on the weekly or monthly chart and have it line up with support and resistance levels, then they're great indicators for future price predictions. Finally, your Fib levels should line up with your support and resistance levels. If they don't, then wait till you get another opportunity for a better entry. I always use Fibonacci. Fibonacci is my favorite tool, my favorite indicator, so I always use it. And then I also combine Fibonacci with Elliott waves. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't do this. So this is the thing that I learned, is that you could draw the Fibonacci from the first wave up. If the first Fibonacci, basically you could read this. Well, no, actually this is a brand new, I haven't done analysis in like a month and a half. So I'm just going to go through all of this. This is why I'm going through all of this. And besides, if you take notes, you could actually learn a lot. So if the first Fibonacci drops low to the 61.8 or 78.6, the second wave, wave 3, will most likely retrace less, aka it'll retrace to the 38.2 to the 50%. You could take the Fib from the first and second waves up, but not from the third wave up, which is wave 5. When the third wave up, which is wave 5, completes, you take the Fib for the entry for the entire, then you take the Fib for the entire 5 count. 5 counts and aim to get in at the 61.8 golden ratio of the entire thing. Okay, I will explain what this means. I know this is just a bunch of gibberish right now, but I'll explain what this means when I do it. And actually, what I'm doing is I'm going back through my course and I am redoing this. So I'm basically redoing it for my course, and so I'll put up a lot new videos very soon about all of this. Finally, use your rectangle tool to draw out your respected zones. Send the rectangles to the back to have a clean chart. Use candlestick psychology to see if the market is telling you the trade is good. Use the RSI. So this is also another very, very big important thing. Is the RSI above 70? This could be a good time to short. Be cautious of buying. It's overbought and might sell off. Is the RSI under 30? This could be a great time to buy. It's oversold, so you're getting it at a discount. The RSI is one of the best tools. See a bullish or bearish divergence, check the other time frames. Could be a good time to long or short. If you see bullish or bearish divergences in the RSI, that is a great indicator. Finally, the MACD, well, not finally, but number 7, use the MACD. First, check for divergence in the histogram and the price. Best time is when the histogram starts ticking up when below the center line. So checking up below, yes, okay. So I'll just explain what that means really quickly, because that's easy. That's easy to explain. So let me go in the main chart. So no, here's the main chart. Boom. So the main chart is this. This is the chart, and basically it's like this. If it comes down, the best time to buy is like right here. Like it's below the midline, right? And it starts to tick up. So that has the best opportunity to buy when it comes to the MACD is right here. And then also, if there could be divergences. So right here you see that the price or that the MACD goes from here to here, right? So if the MACD is doing that, but the price, let's say the price, is going down and the price looks like this, right? And it's further down and you see that, but you see this happening, then there's a lot more momentum, and the momentum is building up right here. So you want to long because it's most likely going to shoot up a lot. So that's what a divergence in the MACD means. So now you know how to use the MACD. So can I erase that? Okay, cool. And actually, let me see, did that actually work out in the favor? So this is right here, and this is much higher up. And yeah, I mean, it basically worked out. It basically worked out because you could see that the price is up, the price is over here, and then the price is lower, but the MACD is much higher. So this was a good buying indicator. Anyway, going back to here. So that's the MACD. So boom, 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 market scan. There you go. So first check for divergence. in the histogram and price. Best time is when histograms start ticking up when below the center line. Trade in the direction of the slope of the histogram. For MACD divergences, the histogram must move across its center line before coming back down for a bullish divergence, or going back up for a bearish divergence and stopping shy of the first wave. If there's no crossover, there is no divergence. Also, the buy signal for the MACD divergence happens as soon as the first candle of the histogram ticks up from the second bottom or down from the second top. So that's what I mentioned. That's what I mentioned, like right here. Like as soon as this happens, that's when to buy, or as soon as this happens, that's when to sell. That's what that means. Let me go back to my market scan. Here we go. Also, MACD divergences are very powerful indicators. If there's a triple top or bottom, the third wave needs to be more shallow than the first, but not necessarily the second. MACD falls below the signal line or histogram going down. That's a bear trend. So you want to short here, don't long. If the MACD falls below the signal line, or if the histogram, is going down. If the MACD crosses on top of the signal line, or the histogram is ticking up, then we're in a bull trend. You want to long here, not short. There's an M on the histogram, short/don't buy. Price will likely fall. If there's a W on the histogram, buy/don't short, because things will most likely rise. What that means is this right here. So boom, this is an M, and you could see that the price ended up falling after that, or the histogram ended up going down after that. Is there a W? Not on the daily that I could see, but here's a W right here on the 4-hour chart. So here's a W, and what do you know? Price went up after that. So that is the W, and that's the M. Sort of just going over this entire thing because it's been such a long time, right? All right, so that's the MACD. Then I move on to moving averages. So I use my moving averages to see if they agree with my analysis. Also, if the price is about to break the 200-day moving average, that's the sign that we're about to fall into a long-term downtrend bear market. So if the price is about to break the 200-day MA, let's just see where, honestly, let's see where we are. Here's Bitcoin. Let's see where we are. 200-day moving average. That is this exponential moving average is right here. 200. I don't even have the, wait, EMA. Where's the MA? Here's the MA. There's the MA. So there is the MA. Make this, I guess I'll make this orange. That should be fine. Or actually, no, I'll make it this color. And I'll make it this thick. Also, I want this to be this thick as well. So this is the moving average to the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin, and we are above it. So if this could be a very good sign, because as soon as we broke below it, right, we got rejected from it right here, and then we got rejected from it right here, and then we got rejected from the 200 exponential moving average right here. And once we came above this 200 exponential moving average right here, you could see that we sort of came right in between the 200-day exponential moving average and the 200-day moving average. So now we're just above, and we are going to close in 2 hours and 20 minutes, or 2 hours, 21 minutes. The daily is going to close right above the 200-day moving average, which is extremely bullish, which is great, but there obviously is always a chance that it could be something exactly like this, because this closed right above the 200-day exponential moving average and then crashed all the way back down. So you really need, a close and then the next day to either go up to, like, you need the next day to go up, and then that is a confirmation, or you need the next day to stay above the 200-day moving average to really confirm it. Otherwise, this could 100% be a false breakout, which happens a lot in cryptocurrency. So going back to here's the market scan. Oh my gosh, hold on a second. Let me go back. Market scan. Let me go up to main charts. Oh my God, have I not been recording this entire time? I don't know. I will figure this out if I am or not. We'll see. At the end, it's not that big a deal. So that's the moving averages. Then after I do that, I check the stochastic. I don't buy if the stochastic is overbought, and I don't sell if the stochastic is oversold. This filters out most bad trades. I narrow. Let me go back to my market scan thing. Yeah, I'll give you help with the WSG once I'm done doing my entire market analysis. Then I'll help you out with that. So number 9 is that I check the stochastic. Then this filters out most bad trades. Narrow and shallow pivots are good signals. Wide and deep pivots are not good signals. Wow, I really fucking hope. I really hope that I did not just like do this entire. I don't know how long this is. 16 minutes. 16 minutes without going back and forth between my markets. These two things, because I've literally been clicking the button. But anyway. This is just simply what I do. This is my trading cheat sheet, like I mentioned before. And then I also have directional movement. I did find directional movement to be a pretty good indicator, but I stopped using it because it's just like, how many indicators do you need to use, right? I already have 9 up on the like on my charts. So that you could use directional movement too, and I tell you how to do that right here, but I'm going to skip that. So finally, once you have all those things, do you have everything you need for your trade setup? Well, that's great. You should be able to answer these 3 questions every single time that you want to trade. Number 1, what price range do you want to enter your position? Now I could go back here. So this is Bitcoin, right? So, the price range that I wanted was between 31,000 and 28,000. Like that was my range, right? Number 2, what price range, or let me go back to my market scan. Number 2, what price range and targets do you want to sell the coin at? Or is this a long-term hodl where you won't sell anytime soon? So option 1, I'll stack my sells between 0.006 Satoshi and 0.007 Satoshi. Or I'll sell 10% at target 1, 30% at target 2, and 60% at target 3. And these percent numbers, these ones are arbitrary. Like these are totally arbitrary. Or number 2 option is that like I plan on holding this coin for a very long time and I don't plan on selling it until there's another parabolic bull run, like in I said January 2018 / I guess I should put or beginning 2021, and it's obvious I should sell because of the irrational exuberance. Like that's another reason to sell, right? Number 3, if the trade doesn't go your way, what price are you willing to let the coin drop to before you sell or buy back in? And also let me I'm using Satoshi here, but I'm gonna change this out for the last one. I'll stack my sells between let's just say like 4,900 and $5,000. I think people will understand that more than Satoshi, since we don't really use Satoshi anymore. We just use USD or USDT. And like I've been recording, but you see how I have like this screen right here is my market, my cheat sheet, right? Well, I also have this screen, and I've been going back and forth, but I've been going back and forth on like a separate thing, on the screen editor, but not on the actual like Twitch live stream thing. So I think it's only been showing you the crypto cheat sheet so far. I don't think it's actually been showing you the main charts. And so that sort of sucks, but I'm going to do this next week anyway. So I'll just go over it next week, and, I'll have the main charts show up then too if I didn't do it, which I'm pretty sure I didn't record it this time, but whatever. Let's keep on going. So pretty much, these are literally the things that you need to, the questions that you need to answer, every time. What price range you want to enter your position, what price range you want to sell your position, and then if the trade doesn't go your way, what price are you willing to let the coin drop to before you sell or buy back in? AKA how many percentage points is that? How big of a percentage is that? So this right here, this is your stop loss, and utilizing stop losses effectively could save you a lot of money. Because just imagine if you bought in at say 18,000 and had a stop loss at 15,000. That would be way better than simply hodling. And I wrote this such a long time ago, so I'm going to have to literally update this from 18,000 and 15,000 all the way to like 50, like 60,000. What if you bought it at 60,000 and had a stop loss at 59,000? You know, that would be way better than simply hodling down to 28K, to the low of 28K, right? So we have so that's why you know, you need to have this stop loss percentage, like before you even enter your trade. Like, this is what you need to know, right? So it'll save you a lot of money. Then remember, though, that with crypto, you know, there are 20% losses in a day. So be cautious with them. You know, be cautious with your stop losses, because if you just have your stop loss like in and it's too close to your entry, then you could easily get what do you call it, wicked out of your position, or stopped out of your position. So this this document that I am writing on is my trading cheat sheet, and it's actually available at cryptoelite.com. When you invest into the course, you get this exact cheat sheet, and this is literally the exact blueprint that I use whenever I do any trade. I put on any trade. So yeah, you could go, cryptoelite.com. You could grab the course, and it comes with this. And there's only 9 viewers, so you're like really lucky if you're watching this, because this is like secret information that took me literally years to figure out. So you're learning a lot. So I'm glad that you like it. So anyway, that's pretty much what it is. And then, so remember, with crypto, there are 20% losses in a day, so be cautious with them. Otherwise, if you've done your research and you really believe in the long-term value of the crypto or the company, just keep on weighted dollar cost averaging in as the price falls. Like, this is what I did with Quant Network, and it worked out really well. This is what I did with pretty much everything. That worked out really, really, really well. And since markets are cyclic, truly valuable businesses will most likely rebound. Again, think Amazon after the 90% plus dip in 2000. Or literally any of the quality cryptocurrencies that dipped after 2018. They all, VET, ADA, Theta, etc., all made monstrous new all-time highs. So that's why this is why long-term investing is so important, because you can't like necessarily time that perfectly, you know? So a couple more tips. Don't buy at resistance levels unless inverse head and shoulders is present, and then set a tight stop loss. Number 2, make your orders a little above the exact levels you look at, so that you get in case it misses your targets by a little. So this is called front running. So I'll just put like, front run. Also sell a little earlier or a little under your targets areas, so you ensure your profits. This is, making sure you get your profits, super important. Finally, remember, focus on not losing money. That's the most important part. If you focus on not losing money, and you have good risk management, then the market will help you get money over the long run. That's the most important part. Finally, buying breakouts through resistance levels is a great strategy during bullish markets, but not during bear markets. Many times these are false breakouts during a bear market. And so if the price makes a large move up, then stays in the 38.2% of that move, especially if it continually hits the resistance, that's a bullish sign. But you don't want to just buy, right after the breakout. Otherwise you'll get caught up in these false breakouts like every time, and you will lose so much money. So don't do that. Number 5, continually delete unnecessary tools and indicators, and fine tune the support and resistance levels, and draw out any obvious ones if they're not yet plotted as you move down to the lower time frames. So remember when I was talking about top-down analysis, this is part of the top-down analysis. Like, you just keep on fine-tuning support and resistance levels, and not only that, but like Fibonacci, all of the different indicators, as you continue to move down to lower time frames. Finally, number six, or not finally, but number six is you can also make a box from the major lowest point to the highest point and then drag it so the bottom is at the next major low. And that could give you another idea of where the price will go to. Along with all of this, you need to make sure that there is enough volume and, of course, enough price action to warrant a trade. So it's not just about, the price, like where the price is. You also need to make sure that there's enough volume. But honestly, if there's, if you're talking about anything in the top, I want to say top 200 market cap. It used to be literally you could only trade in the top like 100 with size. No, not even 100, top 50 with size. But now, pretty much like the market has grown so much that you could trade pretty much anything in the top 200 and be fine when it comes to trading volume. Finally, trend following indicators like the MACD, the exponential moving averages, and directional movement. They do help to identify trends, and oscillators, they help catch turning points. So let me read that again. Trend following indicators like the MACD, moving averages, and directional movement help identify trends. Oscillators help catch turning points. Oscillators measure the speed of surges and show when its momentum is starting to break. They identify emotional extremes of crowds. So oscillators are the RSI, the stochastic, the MACDH. They work great in trading ranges, but they may give premature signals in trending markets. So if things are just going up, the RSI could remain. And okay, so this is what I was talking about before. See, now I could go into my actual market, like into the actual thing, right? And so oscillators could be oversold for very long periods of time. So they're great if you're in a range, but if you're just in an upward momentum, look at this. Like this was actually a huge indicator that we were staying up, because this went, we're right here, the RSI came above the overbought territory, right? So it's like, oh my God, it's overbought. We need to sell. However, the price continued to go up and it remained in the overbought territory. This is how you know something is up. This is how you know, like, oh crap, something is going on behind the scenes. The whales are buying. I need to get in, like right here. Two things actually happened in this situation. One, it hit the resistance, right? This was the resistance, and it stayed right underneath the resistance. Remember from the cheat sheet we were just looking at, is that if it hits resistance and it bounces right underneath of it and it keeps on staying right underneath the resistance, that is a very, very, very bullish sign. So this was at 34,000. This was a huge bullish indicator right here. And then the fact that the RSI became overbought, and it remained overbought, and it still didn't freaking go down. Like this should have came up here, hit the resistance, and then fallen all the way down, but it didn't. It remained overbought. So that in itself was a huge indicator that we were going to move up. Like, and not only that, but now we're above the moving averages, the exponential moving averages, and the moving average 200 on the 4 hour. Huge bullish sign. So this is an easy long, such an easy longing opportunity, all around 34,000 to 35,000, and now we're $10,000 above that. So we're literally 32% above that thing. I would have sold right here though, because I would have sold at 40,000 because that was the range highs. So even if you bought, there and then you sold up here, that's still 16% of the range highs. And then I probably would have put another buy order for not right here, but right here, say right here, I actually probably wouldn't have even gotten filled. I probably would have got one order filled right here because it didn't even come down to this level again. I would have expected it would have came down right here, but still from here to here, that's a 16% gain, right? I bought right here and then I sold right here, and then I was moving, so I didn't see that this happened. But like this is a very good indicator, right? Now, where are we now? I haven't even started my analysis yet. But so this is all pre-analysis, and this is like 30 minutes long. I've been doing this for 30 minutes already, and this is my pre-analysis. But I'm already showing you like what's happening, and so I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna do these things that I'm showing you in the market scan in this checklist right here. When I do my analysis, I literally go through all of this stuff on every single coin and look at it. And you do this every single day and you repeat it over and over and over again. Then it becomes like second nature to you. And like, yeah, at first you have to really concentrate, and it takes a long time to like, okay, see it and then understand it. But every single day you just do it, and then all of a sudden, like, not all of a sudden, but eventually you get to the point where you could see it and it becomes like second nature, and that's how, you know, you get to be a good trader, is by simply like seeing the rules and then following them every day, because that's what most people don't do, is like most people don't even read the rules. Most people just gamble and just like jump in and freaking don't learn anything, right? But then there's people, and a lot of people that read the books or take the courses, but they don't implement anything. But if you take the courses and you read the books and you follow the plan and you do it and you implement it every single day, then you could actually like do really, really, really crazy well, especially in crypto. It's like one of the only fields, only like things in the world right now where literally anyone could like jump in and make a lot of money, just by putting in like, you know, crazy effort. And yeah, I know, like, you put in crazy effort into pretty much anything and you can make a lot of money. But like with crypto, it's like a new technology. It's innovative. It's fun. It's addicting. Like, there's a lot of components to it that make it probably the best field in the world to go into at this point. So anyway, let's keep on going down this cheat sheet. So we just talked about the oscillators, right? Like, so keep on going on with the oscillators, is that if there's a lot of whipsaws with the exponential moving averages, for example, it's better not to trade them as a trend following system. So what does that mean? Like, let's see if there's whipsaws with this. Let me go back to my chart. Yeah, like so like right here, you wouldn't want to use this. You wouldn't want to use it because you could see like this has bearish divergences, but the price is continuing to go up. So like, it's not really the best time to use it. The best time to use it is like probably on the daily chart, I would say. Actually, it has a much better thing. Yeah, like right here, like obviously this is a very good time to use it. Right here, right, even right here would be a great time to use it. Boom, boom, big bullish divergence right there. These are the best times to use it, and I'm going to go into that once I do my actual analysis, right? So let's go back to the market scan cheat sheet. Finally, when the ADX, so I used to use the ADX. I don't really use that anymore, but this is when the ADX is declining, the market dominant, the dominant market group is losing strength, and it's better not to trade with the trend following methods. So, okay, so there's trend following methods, aka the oscillators, the RSI, the stochastic, the MACD. These are all trend following methods. And then there's the price action. The price action is not a trend following method. The price action is the price action. It's happening real time. That's why people love price action. That's why you should use price action first. That should be the very first thing that you use, is you should look at the price action. And then you should use all of the indicators after that. But basically, you need to know when to use the trend following methods and when not to use them. Also, if using the stochastic while the price is in a trading range, you should always use the protective stop. Use a protective stop, because as soon as the trend begins, then you're going to get wiped out. So if trading in a range, though, then, you know, only go with the trend. Finally, divergences are the most powerful signals. Narrow and shallow bottoms on the stochastic indicate bears are weak and the rally should be strong. And this is not just stochastic. This should be RSI, any oscillator, really. I'll say oscillators, most oscillators. Yeah, okay, so this is actually cool because I'm actually updating this like real time with you. You're seeing this live. So anyway, divergences are the most powerful signals. Narrow and shallow bottoms on stochastic, RSI / most oscillators indicate bears are weak and the rally should be strong. If it's deep and wide, it shows bears are strong. Deep and wide on the bottom, it shows bears are strong and the rally is likely to be weak. Only take strong signal. I need this should literally be bolded because that is super important. And only take strong signals. A narrow top shows that the bulls are weak and a severe decline is likely. A high and wide stochastic / oscillator, like oscillator top says the bulls are strong and it's not wise to short. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. Literally, look at this. So this is exactly what I was talking about. No, gosh, okay. Main chart. Here we go. Main chart. This is exactly what I was talking about. Look at this. 4 hour. At the top, it says that if it remains at the top, then the bulls are long and strong, go long and strong. It remains at the top. Like, that's what I'm saying. It remained here, overbought, 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 and the price kept on going up. So that's the buy signal. This is the buy signal right there. So you could get multiple buy signals with the RSI, with the Stoch RSI, stochastic RSI, with the MACD. If it's obviously the divergences, if it has a divergence, so here's the divergence right here to here, and then this would be right here would be the buy, and then obviously it went up. That's a great trade on a divergence. And then right, where'd it go? Right here is the trade based off of the being overbought and remaining in the overbought. So, and right underneath the resistance. So 2 things that you could do with the RSI. And going back to the market scan. Okay, here we go. So a high and wide stochastic oscillator says the bulls are long and strong, and it's not wise to short. Okay, finally, for taking profits, and this is the very last thing that I have on here. 1, check for major horizontal resistance levels, the 61.8 Fibonacci level, and key fib extension levels. 2, look for psychologically significant numbers like big round numbers. If they line up with other levels, that adds huge confluence to your take profit zone. So that's really, really big. And then also 3, if the overall sentiment is euphoric and the general public are getting in, you want to scale out. Hey, what? Look at this. What was happening in let's see, January 2018 and March 2021? Exactly that, right? So anyway, we have that, and that is the trading cheat sheet checklist. And now that we have this, what we could do is we could go into my market scan. So give me 1 second. Whew, there's a lot of information. All right, so now we're going into the actual market scan here. And I'm going to throw my main chart on here. Actually, I'm not going to throw my main chart. I'm actually going to throw a little bit of, I got to throw some music on because I can't do this in dead silence, you know? All right, hopefully you guys can't hear the music because I don't want to get flagged for copyright or anything like that. But going back to the market scan, I already went over this in the beginning. Basically, I use 3 commas to do all my trades. So you could go to this right here. Let me copy and paste it for you guys. Copy, paste it. No, for real, isn't it freaking fun learning about this stuff? Like, it's awesome, right? So anyway, I use 3 commas for all of my trades. And you know, you could have trailing stops, you could have automatic trailing take profits, you could have stop losses, you could have take profits, you could have stop losses, you have entries, you could all of that. You could have literally put everything in at once at the same time. You can't do that on the exchanges. So I don't recommend trading without 3 commas. Finally, if I update the charts, you know, I go through these charts, like I try to go through them every single week. And if there's a need to update them, then I update them. But if nothing's changed from the previous week, like, you know, for example, I'm still waiting for the ideal buy zone to be hit from last week, then I'm just going to post the same chart as last week. Also, I set alerts for these charts to go off in the alert channel. So make sure that you have the alert channel set to notify if an alert goes off. This is for VIP members only. Finally, if a coin is close to the buy zone, I'll also post it in the VIP signal channel as well as this ideal buy zone channel. Let me say this is for VIP members only, just to not have anyone be confused about what that is. The other thing is important info. I have 2 accounts, an investment account and a trading account. Did I already go over all this? Okay, good. No music, because I'm playing music right now. So, like, I could hear it in my headphones, but I don't want you guys to hear it because I want you guys to hear this. Plus, when I am done with all of this, I will run it through my program and cut out all the silence and upload it to YouTube. So if there's music playing in the background, then, like, obviously there won't be any silence, so I won't be able to do that. And so we're going to do that now. Anyway. So another important thing, I don't know if I went over this already, but I'm going to go over it right now again. So I have 2 accounts. I have an investment account and I have a trading account. So when I post charts in the ideal buy zone, the VIP alt signals, or the alerts go off in the alert channel, these are trades, okay? When I post in the investing portfolio channel, those are buy and hold until further notice or until major resistances that will be notified or indicated in the chart itself. So just don't confuse the two, especially like if you're in the VIP. You don't confuse the two. You know, the investment portfolio buys, they might be held for years. The signals in the other channels are actually trades that might take a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, or on very rare occasions, you know, a few months. But yeah, just know that there are two separate channels. Also, if any of this stuff is confusing you, take the Crypto Mastery course at cryptoelite.com so you can understand how to read the charts. I highly recommend you go through this course. It will make it so much easier for you to make money. You also get my trading cheat sheet, which obviously is the thing that I just went over. And like I said, I use that for every single trade that I do. Okay, 4 things to keep in mind when trading. Number 1, if you see the 5-wave golden ratio play out, which is the my Crypto Elite EW fib strategy. I explain this in the course. Then I go in extremely heavy. That's like a super big indicator, right? Number 2 is that if you see a coin coming down to the $1, $10, or incredibly significant psychological number, I'll go in super heavy. Number 3, especially like if it lines up with, you know, if it lines up with support, resistance levels, stuff like that. Number 3, when alts are going up in both USDT and Bitcoin terms, that's when they are most bullish as opposed to going up only versus USDT or only versus Bitcoin. And number 4, if you see both USDT and Bitcoin value against an alt at the bottom at the same time, then I go in super, super heavy. Like if both the USDT and the Bitcoin values are at their lows, then it's like, man, it's really good opportunity. So overall, big picture, in 2013, we had a major drop from the highs, then we went sideways, then we shot up and made a huge recovery to new all-time highs. This is a very likely scenario. This is because the Fed and Congress will most likely decide to print more money to try to stimulate the economy. People have been investing their stimmy checks into crypto, and then crypto goes up. And then also the market has been going through a lot of, it's been going up despite all the FUD over the last few weeks, like with the government and stuff like that. So I feel like that's really a big indicator that like, man, you know, we're in a bull market. I mean, we're definitely in a bull market now. Like I guess we were in a bear market or like a consolidation period for the last like 2 months, or not the last 2 months, but for April and May and June. So 3 months. But now July came and we just like crushed it in July. Or the market did, and it went up. So now we're, you know, in a bullish market. Anyway, here's some notes that I usually take. Lots of resistances are, okay. So these are what I did last time. And gosh, I feel like I said this already. I'm going to say it again. Lots of resistances are above the current total market cap. Let me check if that's actually true. So back to the main chart. So now you can see my main chart and I go to total market cap. Okay, so that was back here. So this was a resistance and this was a resistance. So that's actually not really true anymore. Let me change that. Boom. Market scan. Lots. Okay. So total market cap. So total market cap is now above the previous resistances. And you could see that, you know, right here. It was down here. Like last time I did my analysis was, I think right here is when I did my analysis. And I was like, yo, buy right here. So like we nailed the buy, but then I think I sold most of it right here. And then I definitely was selling on the way up and I was all out by right here. But now we're above all of it. So that's pretty bullish. Like this is now the support. Previous resistance is now support. So that is the total market cap. The other note is total market cap looks like it will reach the 61.8 Fibonacci bottom again. Let me go back to my market. So total market cap looks like it will reach the 61.8 Fibonacci again. That's when to go back in, buy anything once it hits the 1.198 trillion market cap. Played out perfectly. Now it's hitting the resistance again, so it's a good time to exit the market. So so it did hit the 1.192. This was, or 1.198. That is like what I was like, buy here, buy here, buy here. So this is how I was able to get in at the bottoms, like because of the total market cap. And I actually have this in a TikTok video, so I'm gonna post more about it, later. But I always look at the total market cap first, and well, not first, but in TradingView. It's the first thing I look at, and this was the biggest thing, 61.8, you know, to right here, and that's why I said, you know, buy there. But now, now I need to cancel that out in my. So let me go back to my market scan. So now I'm back at the market scan. Total market cap looks like it will reach the, okay, it already did. So total market cap bounced on the bounced on the 61.8 Fibonacci bottom again. It bounced there. Okay, so now what? It jumped from there. It busted through the midline, had a little bit of resistance. Look at how tricky that is. That's so tricky. They freaking tricked everyone because everyone was going to sell right here, but then it sold off right here, and then they're like, oh crap, I need to sell. So then everyone sold right there, and then they bought it back. That's such a, you could see exactly what the whales were doing, seriously. So yes, this goes like this. Total market cap bounced off the 61 again, right there, and then literally busted through the, yeah, I mean, shit. Busted through the midline and is now above the, it's now above the previous, it's now above the range highs. It's now above the range highs. Can you imagine the people that like sold like here or here or here and then just never bought back in? This is freaking crypto. That's why crypto is just crazy, you know? Anyway, I was expecting the crypto to be range bound for a couple months, but now, you know, it's apparently not. So I don't really know what else. I'm gonna put the rest of the notes. I'm gonna put the rest of the notes on here when I go through the market. Okay, so now we are literally getting to the actual market update. And notice I basically spent 48 minutes going through the pre-market update, like what I do in the market update. And now we're getting to the actual market update at the 48-minute mark. So let me just like tag that. 48 minute mark equals actual update. Copy. And let me also put that here. Although when I cut out all the silence, it's going to be probably the 35-minute mark or something like that. Anyway, going back here. So this is what I do for my actual market updates. I don't start off on the charts. I start off with different indicators provided by different platforms. So I have the MVRV score, the rainbow chart, the fear and greed index, and those are the three things that I start off with. Then I go into the total market cap, and I go into TradingView and I start looking at everything. So let's start off with the MVRV score. That should be here. Yes, you can see, you should be able to see this. So the MVRV score, this is what I was talking about in 2013. See, it had this crazy thing and then it came all the way back down, and then like it never reached this again, but like it came all the way back up again and had a second run up, and the price of Bitcoin was much higher than it was previously. Like that is possible. Like it's possible that it will do that again, you know? So, yeah, this is the price. The price is just continually going up, right? But, we had the dump and we came back down to the bottom. Like this was the floor. Like this was such an easy floor. I wish I could, I mean, I can figure out how to draw on this, but, it's like, yeah, this was the floor of the MVRV score. This was another reason why I was like, oh, it's a good time to go in, because like, you know, when it was down here in this area, but now we're up and it's like, oh man, what's going to happen? You know, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? We have to continue doing our analysis in order to make a good judgment call on this. So looking at the MVRV score, what can we deduct from this? We could deduct that it came down, hit the previous floor, and now it's on its way back up again. I mean, that's all that we could really say. Like it sort of did this, and now it's like here, I guess, and now it's on the way back down. So it looks like it could probably come all the way up to 2.6. To be honest, 2.6 that's a really big area, and then come back down. So right now it's like things are pretty bullish. It's even above this area right there, the top of that. So it's above there. So I'm gonna say things look pretty bullish. And what area is this? Basically three. So where is this? MVR skate. So what did I say last time? Huge dump in the MVRV score. Super bullish for the long run. If we get a repeat of 2013, we may have already bottomed out at 30K. Looking at 2013, late September should be the best time to be all in because the bull run resumed in October and you want to be in before it starts. So that's what I was saying. I was looking at this thing back here and it's like, man, July was a terrible. June and July were absolute horrific months. Well, actually July was a pretty decent month actually for crypto back in 2013. Now I'm looking at it, but June was just absolutely horrible. And I was thinking like, okay, we're gonna be sort of stagnating and like staying in the same place. I guess it's very I guess it's similar. I guess it's pretty similar. We're a little bit higher. We're a little bit higher on Bitcoin than where like, you know, I thought that we would be. I thought that we would be around like 36 right now, 38 right now, but we're all the way at 43. So, you know, it's just moving up at a much higher pace than what I was expecting. But I did say, you know, last time, huge dump, super bullish for the long run. If we get a repeat of 2013, we may have already bottomed out at 30K. So, you know, that was a pretty good analysis. So I'm just gonna say this: you want to be. Wait, okay, this part is still correct. If we get a repeat of 2013, we've already bottomed out. This still may be correct. The other thing that you want is that you want to be in before the bull run starts. And what did I say? 3 looks like a pretty heavy resistance. Three looks like a pretty heavy resistance on the MVRV. So this is like the first thing that I look at. Boom. Well, not the first thing, but you know, this is an important thing. And once it comes up here, once like the price reaches like up here in these levels, then like it's time to sell. It's time to probably start cashing out a little bit once it reaches this pink. But once it hits the dark pink, it's probably a much better time to cash out. And I think that the only time that we'll actually reach this green is in a bear market. To be honest, that's pretty much it. I don't think we reach the green in a market that's not a bear market. Like we simply won't. So that's that. The next thing I look at is the rainbow chart. Bitcoin is in the hodl zone on the rainbow last time. A good time to hodl. If it drops to the, you know, I'll be much better opportunity if it drops below the hodl zone. So we are in the hodl zone. We're still in the hodl zone. We've been in the hodl zone, so a good time to hodl. Still cheap. If it comes down, yeah, I mean, pretty much the same exact thing. Nothing has changed with that. Still in the hodl zone. Number 3, the third thing that I look at is the fear and greed index. So looking at this Bitcoin rainbow chart, and this is what I'm saying. Most of my analysis is going to be silent. Like I don't want to talk, you know, the entire time. So here's the fear and greed index. Right now it's at 65, which is greed. Yesterday it was at 74, which is greed. So things became a little bit more fearful today than yesterday. Last week it was 48. Last month, aka the best time to buy, it was at 20. So when this is what I say right here, under 10 equals automatic buy over 10. Over 70, start scaling out. Currently, last time it was at 50, last time I checked. Now it's at 65. So people are getting more greedy. People are definitely getting more greedy. If it runs up past 70, like maybe time to start scaling out, but it's not there yet. And maybe I should actually raise that to 75, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna raise it to 75. Wait, whoops. Start scaling out. Unless we are in a full blown, we are entering. Unless we're entering into a full blown bull market. So 65. Anyway, that's the fear and greed index. It's the third thing that I look at actually. So it's, you know, we are, what do we call it? We are being a little bit greedy right now, but it's okay because like, look at Bitcoin price, right? So now I look into the total market cap. So this was the total market cap. So yeah, this was the last time that I did it. So the total market cap here, it was in no man's land. You don't want to buy it. You just don't want to buy it when it's here, period. Like, look at it. It could go up or down. You have no idea. You have no idea what will happen at this one. You want to either buy it here or you want to sell it here. And so here's the main chart, total market cap. It was, where was this? Like right here. So you wanted to buy it here or you wanted to sell it here. So yeah, you would have just held on to it, sold it here, and then that would have been the play. By the way, guys, I'm going to write this out. I'm going to not talk as much now since I'm going to be analyzing the charts. Okay, so here's the deal. You could always go to YouTube. Let me put this right here because I am going to share this right now just for anyone who is joining or who is here who did not see this previously, is that you could watch the entire stream without any breaks or silence on YouTube at youtube.com/c/LewisRaskin27. And let me put that up on the screen right over here. Give me 1 second. So the thing is, I will take this video that I'm making right now, right? And what I'll do is I will upload it to my channel. This is Lewis Raskin, right? This is my channel, channel.lewisraskin27. And I will take this stream and I will run it through a software that will take out all of the silence, and then I will put it up to here. So when I do that, you can simply just go to, this channel right here and you could see it. So things might get a little boring, but just wait. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to have, let me see this right here, main chart. No, where is it? Market scan. There you go. So this says, I will be going live now while I do my analysis. Just want to give you a heads up though that I actually record my analysis, and then when I'm done with it, I download it and run the video through a program that removes all of the silence, and then I upload that video to YouTube. So you could save a ton of time by watching the video on YouTube as opposed to sitting through my entire analysis while I'm live, because who really has time for that? Most of my time spent analyzing is actually in silence, so it cuts out hours of blank space while I run through it through the program. Also, I will be making super short videos with the main points and uploading them to TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube so you get the gist of things in 60 seconds. And of course, I'll be updating the main points to this chat as well. And then for the VIP members, I'll be giving out more charts and more coins and a little bit of a deeper analysis. And of course, the VIP members will have access to the alert system, which is this alert system down here, which basically says like, oh, take your profits, buy here, sell here, all this stuff like that, right? The ADA hitting support, like this is a example. I've not looked at this, but this is ADA hitting support, so I must have had support right there, decent support, I guess. And okay, so I guess it's hitting decent support, so you could buy it right there, right? So that's the alert system that I have in here for the VIP members. Obviously, like that's for VIP, that's not for the free chat, but this is the free chat. And so yeah, I'm going to be uploading the stuff to all of these social media channels when I'm done. And of course, I'll be updating the main points to this chat as well. Let's see. If you want to keep this live stream in the background, if you're watching it right now, thank you so much. You could keep this on the background. I think it will actually help my Twitch channel if you keep it live. If you keep it in the background, I'm pretty sure it will. Otherwise, yeah, just watch me on YouTube. Tomorrow I will have this video uploaded, or possibly later tonight. But this whole entire analysis, like honestly, this is my analysis. Let me see if I got this right. MVRV score, rainbow chart, fear and greed index, total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Hold on a second. Okay. So WSG. First off, what is WSG? because I don't even know what that is. But let me just repeat what I was saying right here. I go through all of this stuff. Like I go through all of this, right? These are a lot of things. This takes me a very long time. So that's why I provide to you the YouTube thing, right? Is because I have all of these charts. So that's what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna be here for like the next 8 hours, to be honest. Just going through everything because this gives me a really good gist of what the market is doing. But let me just see WSG. Let me just go into TradingView and just check real quickly, just because you're asking, because you're saying it's not like are you talking about this, or is it an actual, is it an actual thing? Let me go to CoinGecko real quick and check WSG. Wall Street Games. Oh, it's a gaming coin. It's a game, right? So it's probably doing really well. Or, oh, wait a minute. No, it spiked up in July and now it's just on a downtrend. So give me 1 second here to find this crypto, and I will show you where to go if you can't find if you want to chart something and it's not on TradingView. So, okay, so Mundo53 said TA on WSG if you can. Might be hard because it's not on TradingView, I believe. So you are absolutely right. It is not on TradingView. As you can see, WSG and crypto, nothing's there, right? So what you do is you go to this place right here. You go here. So this right here is called, this is the website. Excuse me. This is the website right here. This is the website right here. Boom. Charts.cointrader.pro. That is how you get to things. And this is Wall Street Games. This is WSG. Not available on TradingView, but it is available on here. So that's what you do to get things that are not available. And honestly, it looks like it had a huge spike up. It went up 3,000% from the bottom, and then fell 76%. So I don't know anything about this coin, but what you could do is you could go to CoinGecko and you could look up the fundamentals of it, such as like the markets. Okay, so it's on PancakeSwap, it's on Bilaxy. So it is on Bilaxy, so it does have something. But wait a minute, never mind. The $6 depth is nothing. Basically, no one. Well, actually, I guess no one's selling it, so that's good. But what you have to do is for these type of coins, these are like all fundamentals really, and I don't know how long these PancakeSwap gaming things will last, to be honest. So I don't really mess with them too much. Also, there's like look at the markets, the plus and minus depth, $80,000, like that's not enough for me to really warrants like looking at, to be honest. The like stuff like this is where is it? Market cap, 24 hour. I'm trying to find the like what do I call it? Like what market cap, not what market cap it is, but where it lands, like what number it is. Is it number 600? Okay, so see, this is number 680, right? And that's just like, that's like too far down. I don't mess with anything under the 200. I don't mess with anything under the 200 day moving average. 200 day moving average. I don't mess with anything under like the 200 market cap or anything under like trading volume needs to be more, and market cap needs to be higher. Like I don't know. You need to do basically analysis on this. Easy Money Sniper, opinion on quant. You want my opinion on quant? I will show you my opinion on quant. Here's my opinion on quant right here. Literally, I'm going to be buying I've been buying $1,000 worth of quant every single day for months on end. And this was already my biggest position. Like, it was my biggest position. I've been buying quant since 2018, since like January 2018. And like, I have not stopped buying quant. Like, I've been buying it since like, I don't know, $10 or something like that. Like, I bought it at $10, I bought it at $20, I bought it at $30, I bought it at $50, I bought it at $100. I just keep on buying it. I buy it, sell it, buy it, sell it, buy it, sell. And honestly, I should never have sold it. I sold it. I literally lost out on multiple six figures because I sold quant. So I will try to never sell quant again. Quant is like going to be one of the biggest. It's going to be a top 10. It's absolutely, in my opinion, going to be a top 10. So I never want to sell my quant again, or I just want to buy it back. And so that's quant. So there you go. And now I think it's time to get back into the charts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my analysis, and things are going to go quiet here. Dude, get out of my chat, bro. Can I like delete chats in here? I don't know how I delete chats yet, but I will find out. I will find out how to delete the chats. Actually, wait. I do know how to delete chats. I could ban you. There you go. Ha. Ah. So now you're banned, and now you will not be able to say anything stupid in my chat again. So cancel you. Oh, no problem. Hold on. Can I ban you too? Yes, I will ban you as well. So now you are banned. Okay, cool. That's how you delete. I'm glad I'm learning. All right, yeah, dude, because no one goes, easy money, bro. Like, dude, quant is gonna be $10,000. Like, it's not even down. Like, quant is anything under 10,000 is when to buy. Literally, just buy now. Wait, just don't ever sell it. Don't ever sell it. I swear, it was the stupidest thing in the world for me to sell it. Like I just mentioned, I literally lost out on hundreds of thousands of dollars because I sold it. Shouldn't have sold it. And anyway. Okay, no, not financial advice. No, not financial advice. But yeah, like Zach, bro, like no one goes in depth like this. Like who goes in depth like this? They're just like, oh yeah, buy here, sell here. Like sometimes they'll give out like buy signals and sell signals. Like no, you if you don't know what the hell you're doing, like why? You're not going to win. You never win just playing off of buy signals and sell signals. You will lose. You have to know what you're doing. And the only way you know what you're doing is if you go in depth, period. So thank you for appreciating me going in depth with everything. I do this for your benefit and because it's so important. Like you have to, like, even for me, I need to keep on going through this over and over and over and over again until it's like literally ingrained into my subconscious. And it was ingrained into my subconscious, but I haven't done a market update in literally a month because I moved. So now I'm not totally settled into my new place, but I'm settled in enough to be able to do this market analysis right here and spend the next 15 hours in front of my screen just going over the charts. And that's what I'm doing. That's how I am. Like I didn't make this money. I didn't make the money I have by getting lucky. Yes, I did get lucky in a sense that I had the opportunity to get in with a lot of capital at the lows, but I used technical analysis to determine that I was going to wait to buy in, until Ethereum reached $100 and until and add more to my position as it bounced from there and went up to $400 and then broke 3. Like that was through technical analysis. So and that was because I spent literally weeks at a time, 12 to 15 hours a day, literally researching crypto. And now I'm getting back into it. I literally freaking moved to Miami to be in the crypto hub of the world, just to research crypto and do this crypto thing 24/7, nonstop, obsessed. Like get back as obsessed as I was before. Like because it's the biggest thing in the world. It's the newest technology in the world, and it's the most talked about thing. It's the best opportunity anyone in the world has to make a bunch of money, to retire early, to do whatever they want. And I'm here for it. And I think the technology is incredible. And that's why I got into it first. I got into it first because of the technology. I did not get into it because of the trading and because of the money. I had no freaking idea that you can make money with this shit until like 3 months into it, right? Like, well, I mean, not like 3 months into it, but I had no idea what this whole trading thing was. I just got into it because okay, one other thing I want to say is that like I got into this shit at the very, very peak of 2017. because I thought it was a scam. Like I didn't think it was a scam, but I had to make sure it wasn't, because like I put all of my money into it, and then like I was trying to convince like other people, so like I had to make sure that like it wasn't a scam, like if I was going to talk about it. So I did so much research into it, and I was like, holy shit, this technology is the greatest thing since the freaking internet, right? And then I got into it, and I lost all of my money my first 6 months, because I bought in at basically like 20,000, right? And then it went down, and every single person was like, I was like the same exact way. Oh my God, you got into it in 2015. You're so lucky. You got into it in 2013. You're so lucky. Like I could never, I wish I got into it earlier. And yeah, I do wish I got into it earlier. But like I thought like I was too late. I thought it was too late, when I got in 2018. And you know what? It wasn't too late. It's not going to be too late. These are market cycles. The more I learned about market cycles, yes, there are diminishing returns. The first run up, had literally gains of over 150x. So you put $1,000 into it, that's like you would make over $1,000 would make you like over $150,000, like just from $1,000, right? So like imagine the people that put in $10,000 or something, like they would make like $1.5 million off of 10 grand. Like that's not going to happen again, right? Even this, and this cycle, it's maybe we'll get 50x if that, and then next cycle maybe we'll get like 20x, and then the cycle after that maybe we'll get 10x, and then maybe like, and then it'll eventually get to the point where like the gains aren't there, but we're still very, very early. Sorry. Okay. I have been holding from 2017 till now. I sold everything in May this year. Now I am searching for a new investment, and quant is my number one. Not gonna lie. Yeah, dude, quant's been my number one since 2018. Like seriously, it's been my number one, like hands down number one. Actually, okay. First Vet was my number one, and then Vet and Cardano were my number one, and then I found out about quant, and then quant became my number one. So quant is, I will never sell quant. I have quant forever. So, okay, back at it again. Let me get my music on here, because I'm lost on the music. Where'd it go? Here it is. I don't know what this is. Okay, so I'm gonna start going through my analysis. I'm gonna get quiet right here. Oh, here's my Twitter. Boom. Here's my Twitter. Thank you for following and liking and stuff like that. Would appreciate it. All right, I'm going to get into my analysis now. Wow. Wow. Look at this. I just changed this. This was back in May, and new absolute floor for me is 1.2 trillion, and it literally hit 1.2 trillion and then bounced. That's crazy. God, that's so crazy. Anyway. Okay, guys, so here's my analysis on the total market cap right here. Pretty much that on the daily time frame, we have surpassed the huge, 1.7 to 1.75 resistance level. This used to be big resistance. Also, we are above the 200-day moving averages and exponential moving averages. And we're above all of the moving averages. Everything's just looking really bullish here. Considering that we flipped this, I would expect just from this alone that we see a continuation upward. And so I'm assuming that the entire market in and of itself will be moving upward. So that is really good news for the total market cap. Okay, so now we could go into the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, aka the altcoins, right? So last time Last time I had the total market cap excluding Bitcoin right here. And this is what I said. I said that there was the 61.8 right here, lots of support. So go and buy it there. Boom, bought it right here, bought it right there again. And then this was the big resistance, was right here. We're at the resistance, but we're right underneath of it. That makes me more bullish. Not to mention, if you look at this chart, right, you can see that we're above the 38.2, but we're right at the resistance level. Really bad, really bad. But the total market cap, excuse me, this was the big resistance level for the total market cap, and it busted through there. So I believe that the altcoins will follow suit. I do believe the altcoins will follow suit. So that's why I think that I'm more bullish. Okay, so I don't know if I went over the Bitcoin dominance, but I'm going to do this right now. So pretty much Bitcoin dominance, you could see lower, excuse me, the lows are, this is the low, and then a higher low, and then a higher low, and then a higher low, highs. This was the high, higher high, higher high. So it's clearly an upward momentum. So I'm assuming that, like I've been saying this since literally here, like since May, that we're gonna reach this right here, the 38.2, and so I'm gonna be like, pretty heavy in Bitcoin. That's like my main thing, because Bitcoin is, the dominance of Bitcoin is moving up, right? So I want to be in Bitcoin, right, up until this level. As soon as it gets up here, I want to start scaling into alts, heavy into alts, because by the time it reaches up here, then alt season should be back, and you can see that more clearly by looking at the altcoin dominance. So looking at the altcoin dominance, you can see here's the high, it's the inverse. So this is the high, and then lower high, and then lower high, and then lower high. So we're getting lower highs, lower lows. Altcoin dominance is going down. And so now probably it's gonna go like this, and like it took a while. I didn't really expect this thing, but it's taking a while. Of course, this could be, maybe this is an inverse head and shoulders type pattern. It's just gonna go up from here. But I'm just saying, like, continually getting lower highs. If let's say if this right here breaks, then perhaps alt season is gonna be back on. But I'm still like, I want to wait to go super heavy into alts until like right here. Once it hits here, I really think that this is when alt season is gonna pop off. So I'm still gonna wait for most alts right here, even though, like, I don't know how, I don't really understand how alts have been going down over the last few days when Ethereum has been just absolutely dominating. Ethereum has been going up way more than Bitcoin is, right? So it's almost like, why is the altcoin dominance going down? I guess that shows that other alts, most alts are still bleeding, at least against Bitcoin. Let's look at the ETH Bitcoin chart. So for the last 3 days, it went down, but it's really been going up for such a long time. So it's a very difficult situation. Let's look at BNB versus Bitcoin. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin, BNB versus Bitcoin is down. Oh snap! This is actually a really good. This is sort of a good buying opportunity, to be honest. So what about Doge? Doge BTC. Doge did really well against Bitcoin, which is actually awesome. Doge was, oh snap, Doge was the only coin that I was in from 19 cents. So perfect. Anyway, so let me check this out. Going back to the dominance levels, Bitcoin dominance, man, it's like, there's a lot of ways you could think of it, but I'm just looking at the higher lows and higher highs on Bitcoin dominance. I'm looking at the altcoin dominance. I'm just saying lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So that makes me want to be more into Bitcoin, less into alts. I mean, it's as simple as that, So I'm gonna have to look at the individual charts, because I did just look at BNB versus Bitcoin, and like it did look pretty solid. But right now, overall, it's just simply alts look weaker. Alts look weaker than Bitcoin. So I'm gonna write that. Okay, so now we're going into Bitcoin. Finally, we're getting into Bitcoin. So pretty much everything that we just put together. We put the total market cap. You know, we have the total market cap. It's above the resistance. So now the resistance is the new support, right? The total market cap is above the 38.2 and it's coming into resistance, but like it's probably going to follow the total market cap. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin is moving up. I'm not like completely confident, but like, you know, it should move up to 38.2 before alt season really starts and then comes back down here. Alt dominance is the same way because like lower highs, lower lows. So it's like literally it's going down to 30.2. So I want to be in Bitcoin until over here, and then I'll start buying alts here, going heavy into alts as much as I can, and then by the time it hits 48, I'll be all in alts just to really get the be in before alt season starts. And if we end up going all the way down there, then pretty much going to be screwed. But I feel like this is just such an incredibly good support for alts that I just don't see it coming all the way back down to the 61.8. I mean, that would be insane if it came all the like we would be in a full blown bear market if it came all the way down to the 61.8. So the 38.2 is where I would buy all my alts. Just looking at it like this, you know, I mean, of course it's possible, but if this happens, then we would see some devastating blows to the crypto market. And I mean, we'll just have to wait and see because we are still, this could take a very long time to get here. But I'm thinking it's going to come back here. This will, you know, come down to maybe like right here. So we'll have like this bullish divergence, you know, because the price action will be coming down, but the RSI will be going up. And so I think we'll have a bullish divergence, and then it'll bounce from there. So that's my game plan for that. And then going into Bitcoin now. So we go into Bitcoin, and you could see that we jumped past the resistance. We jumped past it. This was the breakout. This was the false breakout right here. So false breakout, boom, capture people, sell off. Everyone thinks we're going down. Nope, sorry, we come back up. Now it's like this is the first wave up, then a wave down, now a second wave up. And honestly, like we technically shouldn't even necessarily like come all the way back down, but like I'm willing to come back down. I'm willing for it to come back down. But if this is like, you know, 5-way structure up or something like that, then the third wave 3 is usually way bigger than wave 1. So I don't know, it doesn't really make sense. We should come up to at least like 48 or 49, like, to be honest. But it could come back down because I don't just follow Elliott Wave, strictly Elliott Wave. You know, I follow a whole bunch of things. So I'm going to stack orders down, like literally right now from 50, it's basically 56,000. 46,000. So it's at 46,000, and I have some at 45, I have some at 44, and I have some at 43. 42. I'm just gonna stack into Bitcoin all the way down to 40,000 because that's a major support. Is 40,000, you know, and really 42,000 is the major support because this is the old 38.2. But regardless, this is my game plan because I really don't think it should fall down underneath this major support. This support right here, this is a low support. So if it falls underneath here and closes, then I'm going to think that it's not going to be good. And this is a 10%. This is a 10% to 30% risk reward right here. So a 3-to-1. However, it's actually way more than that. It's actually 5-to-1 or more because I'm not just going to buy right here at 44,000. I'm going to buy at 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. So my average buy price is down here. So my risk reward is actually really good. And I'm perfectly fine doing that. Like I bought here and I sold like half of it here and then another half and then the rest here. So like I made a bunch of profits. So like I'm okay risking more right here, you know? And so that's Bitcoin. And let me just do some more analysis on Bitcoin, then I'll start this back up again. Yeah, so this was my previous entry. This is what I was just saying, you know? Wow, that's from a long time ago. Oh, okay, so really, look at the monthly. Hit the 61.8, and now we're above the 38.2. We're literally above the 38.2. We're gonna close above here. That's That's bullish. It's gonna reach at least this. You know? Yeah, I don't. This actually is not even. This is a weekly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't have 4 weekly freaking closes in a bullish market, like in a bearish market. You know, like this big. Yeah, this is. I gotta stack orders all up in here. So up, down, stack all up in here, and then try to get it at least to here. You know. That's Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. Looking at the monthly chart for Ethereum. I don't like how it's so overbought. But then again, look at this. It was overbought right here. Overbought right here. And then, you know, it was overbought right here too. But then it had another month of going absolutely crazy, right? I mean, it's going to close. It's going to close above the previous monthly highs. So, closing highs. That's bullish. It's just bullish. Like, this whole thing is bullish, 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 bullish. Even the major resistance got blown past. So now this is the major support. That's the monthly. Let's look at the weekly. I took my profits at what, 2100. If it jumps up over there, get in on the retest of the new trade. So I must have got in. Yeah, I got in right there, got out right here. And I don't think it ever actually came back down. So ETH, messed up on ETH for sure. I did better on Bitcoin, but I missed out on probably 40% gains, I want to say. But you know what? That is trade. I made money, I made my profits, and I never look at this, 61 point, and I didn't lose any, so that's good. But look at this, 61.8, 61.8, 61.8. It usually doesn't hit the 61.8 3 times, bounce all the way up here, and then come all the way back down to the 61.8. Like, that would be pretty insane after a run up like this. Like, this is a bullish. This just looks stupid bullish to me. And we're just getting the crossover now on the MACD weekly. I sell short. Oops. Oh no, this definitely should not be a sell short. I remember in the VIP I was like, do not short here, please. This is support. It's really, this is the new support. 38.2. Let's see, from bottom to top, 61.8, 61.8, 61.8. So this area right here, this was the big resistance, 2550, or 2565. 2569, excuse me. But yeah, that's the weekly. Let's see if I could go down onto the daily now. I mean, obviously we could add this as the weekly close. You know, put that right there. Trying to make this as easy as possible for everybody. So it's like this. This was resistance, 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 and it busted through the resistance, and then it retested it and as the support, and now it's back up. So it's pretty easy, man. Like, maybe it'll come back down here and retest it again. We'll see. Let's move on to the daily chart. Busted through the range high resistance. It's used it as support. Something tells me it's going to come down to 2,700 and then bounce up. So I think I would honestly want to buy it anywhere 27 to 29, I want to say. Because this is 29. I would buy it all over here is where I would buy it. In between these EMAs. It's the 9th, I believe. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Yeah. Really hoping it would come down here, but it's not gonna. Yeah, you gotta erase that now, because this is the ideal. This is the ideal buy zone now at this point. Like, you have to buy it here. Like, if you don't buy it here, you're an idiot. So I have to do this now. Yeah. So I'll be going all into ETH if it reaches here again. And I'll be totally okay even if it goes all the way down here. Because I just don't think it will be. It will go down here. In fact, I sort of want to front run this, to be honest. This will probably be the zone that I do it. But, like, you think it's going to drop? It's going to drop again? You think it's going to drop 50%, 41% again? Like, man, I just don't really see it. Like, so bullish right now. So, since that's the case, let's try the Fibonacci from top to the bottom. So 3,200, 3,100. Okay, so 3,189. So it's very close to 3,200, 61. So this is clear. Okay, this is some resistance right here, right? So 61.8. Damn. Sometimes it goes like this. I could totally see this happening. I could see something like that, right? Before getting to all new time highs. It's just we're so freaking bullish, but this is overbought. I mean, it was overbought literally here. It went down and then immediately had a engulfing candle and then continued to be overbought, and now it's in the same level. It came down and it's not even back up. So same thing with the MACD. It's like these indicators aren't even really useful anymore right now, because we're not like ranging. We're literally just like straight up. It's like up only. Like, this has never freaking happened in the entire history of Ethereum. And now it's like 2, 3, 4, 5, so many days in a row. August 2nd to July 21st. That's 10, 11, 12 days in a row of green. One red day followed by 4 more green days. It's been nonstop. So I think something is happening like under the hood, you know. Maybe the governors or the politicians are getting in or something, because it should definitely have not done this. Like, it's not normal behavior for it to do this. So I'm thinking I'm thinking this would be the play. So putting the long position on like right here, stacking in, and then pretty much just holding it till, I mean, almost, I would almost say just hold it forever, but like this would be the trade, right? And then we would have stack your orders in, stack orders in here. So basically, like this is a 13. This is a 2.17 RR with a 13% stop, but it's not really because you're stacking your orders. So stack orders at 3,000 and then 2,900 and then 2,800. So just stack orders here like that. So that's what I'm gonna write on for Ethereum. Okay, so I need to just show you guys something right now. A lot of people might think that like technical analysis doesn't really work or anything like that, but like look at how crazy this is. This is like, was this the one May 28th? Like this was from literally May 28th. This was the resistance. This was the ideal buy zone. Like, so it's pretty much like you just don't do anything right here because this is a no man's land zone. So you just wait. You either sell here or you buy here. And that's all you need to do. And then like, look, sell here, came up, sell here, came down, buy here, like came down, buy more, come up, sell here. Like it's using just support and resistance. That's all you really need. And now this resistance is support. So that's why I just, turned this into support like right here. Did this, hold on a second. Did this happen? Did I show you this? Did I just show you this? What is going on? Why does it, this is so annoying. I'm simply trying to switch my screen and show you guys that that there is something from May 28th, right? And it looks like this. And this is technical analysis that you could use right here. Ideal buy zone. So just wait because we're in the no man's land. And then you just see that the price came down, hit it, and the price came up, hit it. That's all I was trying to show you. Anyway, this is like, software is super annoying. Let's go back to the main chart. So now we're at the main chart again. And this is a daily chart for Ethereum. So just looking at this, we could see that it came up above the resistance. Now it's at support. Now the resistance is the support. This is the 61.8, so that's why it's getting resisted right here a little bit. But I'm gonna be stacking in down here. So let me just publish this idea. And like you have to have a good, I hope that that my stop is good. Let me just check again. So to get to see what my stop should be, I'm gonna take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top, right? And 38.2, it's under 38.2, so that's really good. I think that's a perfect stop. So this is gonna be my Ethereum. Yeah, my Ethereum thing. I don't think I need to put these weekly. I mean, I'm checking. Let me check. Yeah, I'm just checking. I'm just checking the previous weekly ones from like a long time ago. Resistance, support, same like. previous daily investment account. So apparently not apparently, like I have an investment account too, right? So I have two accounts. Entry 1 hit, trades 2 and 3 are hit. Okay, so for my investment account, I only got one of my entries hit. Super annoying, but still pretty solid considering that we're up 70% in the investment portfolio. So in my investment portfolio, I never sell. No. Sometimes I sell, but I usually don't. So anyway, we did really well for ETH. And I'm going to cancel out all of these things, right? And then back to here. So pretty much I'm just going to stacking orders, stacking orders, 3K to 27K with my stop down here, right? That's what I'm doing. At 2,600 as my stop. This is so stupid. This is so stupid, this run up. It's like this run up. It's like it ran up this much, right? From here to here. It's like, so you want to buy all the way up here, like from here to here, like it's pretty much the same thing, you know? There's no pullbacks, and everything is overbought, so I'm not like entirely confident about it, and also Ethereum versus Bitcoin, like, okay, so Ethereum versus Bitcoin, Ethereum just like absolutely dominated Bitcoin. It busted through this resistance, like nothing. It's crazy annoying. As soon as it did that, as soon as it busted through like this right here, this tap, like Ethereum was good to go. So that was like August 1st, I guess. So the last 9 days, and is that true? Let's check. August 1st. So from August 1st, basically. So yeah. So from here to here, I don't know. That was the indicator. Ethereum versus Bitcoin, it's swinging downward now. Is this a fake breakout? Because it broke above this previous high now, or no, it broke above this previous high before, and then retested this. So this is an incredibly difficult chart, like, to look at. I'm looking at this right now immediately. I'm like, what the hell is going on, you know? And that's why I'm not gonna buy like Ethereum like right now. I'm not market buying anything like right now. I'm just gonna stack orders in down, like with increasing buy volume as the price goes lower. Like that's all I'm gonna do right now, because the indicators aren't really helping. The price action is weird as hell. Like, look at this. This was the low, right? So you expect, okay, I'm gonna buy at the low. I'm gonna buy like right over here. It was literally front ran. Okay, so no one bought at the high. No one bought, and all of a sudden, and there was no retest, and then just like, okay, I'm gonna sell like right here, and nope, just like busted right through that. Okay, I'm gonna sell right here. Nope, busted right through that. Okay, I'm gonna sell right here. Doesn't even get there. It doesn't even get there. This is why crypto is so insanely difficult to trade. But if you understand some strategies, like the strategies that I use, like where you average in your buy orders, and then like you can't, it's very difficult to lose, to be honest. But yeah, so Bitcoin, ETH versus Bitcoin. Let's start on the monthly. Let's just do this monthly to weekly to this. So in June, I was like, hit the 50% and retraced to the 38.2. June 28th. So that was like right around here, I guess. And I was like, what did I say? I expect Bitcoin to outperform ETH. Oh yeah, it did. Look at that. Boom. In June and July, Bitcoin outperformed. So I was right on that. That's pretty solid. Get Ethereum and go heavy into alts once ETH hits the 61.8. So once ETH hits here. Okay, see, this is exactly why zooming out really helps like crazy. Because, and first off, let me just you know, there's two ways you could do it. You could do it this way or from here, but I'm choosing this. Is it the smartest? I don't know, but it seems to be pretty good. Let's just look at the let's just look at this. So this is 0.082. What did it reach? It reached 0.0824. How incredible is that? It literally reached the exact resistance point based off of the monthly chart from back here, all the way over here, right? And then it dumped. And it dumped to the 50%. And now it's back up. That's pretty bullish because usually, and didn't even close down here. It closed on 38.2, which is even more bullish. So it's very difficult to say what this is going to do, but I would say that the thing that I do know is that if it reaches the 61.8 right here, then I will absolutely go in. I will like totally go in here. So let me just erase this because this is no longer needed. And I will erase this because this is my ideal buy zone for ETH. This is what I want to do. I don't want to really look at anything else. I'm going to look at the weekly chart now. Looking at the weekly chart, you could see that if I go like this, boom, right here, and even higher right there. So it's been lowering. There outside it's been lowering. The star chart side just picked up. The MACD is turning up as well. So it's, I don't know, it's looking bullish, but based off of the dominance levels, based off the dominance levels, the Bitcoin chart looks, or it seems better to me. So I'm going to stick with Bitcoin, and then I'm going to buy Ethereum on the way down, like I just mentioned. Let's just check. So let me check if I had the Bitcoin ETH chart before. I believe I said I thought it was going to get like rejected, but it was good to buy ETH. Yeah, okay. So I said it was good to buy ETH back like August 1st, but then get rid of it once it hit this, once it hit right here. So like buy it here, sell here, but obviously it jumped up above that. So now it's sort of like a waiting game. Like this is literally like no man's land. The best thing you could do is like even do this. Put this here, right? This is a buy zone, sure. This is a buy zone for ETH Bitcoin because it's support. And then this is obviously resistance right here, and then this is another resistance. So if we take the Fibonacci from here to say like right here, it's at the 61. Oh, so look at that. It got rejected off the 61.8 like usual. Right here. Pretty much at the exact level. And so it got rejected, and now it's coming back down. So I'm like, man, I would assume that it's going to come back down, but I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's going to come all the way back down here. Like this is a chart that I'm looking at, and it's in the middle. So like I don't want to trade it. I simply just like don't want to trade this because there's no clear support, there's no clear resistance. Like there is clear support, but it's not anywhere near it. So like preserving capital is definitely way more important than trying to just like jump into stuff when you have no idea what to expect, like what's going on, and everything is overbought. And we just had like how big was this run up? 85% run up, you know, in like a couple of weeks. Freaking retarded. All right, let's move on. I'm gonna go to Quant because I love Quant, and Quant Network is both my favorite and my least favorite. It's my favorite because it made me the most money, but it's my least favorite because I lost the most money in opportunity cost on it. This is looking good, at least today. If we could get a green day today, that would be really good because this is a doji that is indecision doji. So basically the market doesn't know what to do. So the candle right after the indecision doji helps to determine what the market will do. So if this is a green candle after this, then it's like, okay, the market has decided that it wants to go up, and that would be really good. So I want to do that. And you could actually see that on the ETH chart on the, I believe it was the, like the monthly chart. This was the indecision, super crazy indecision doji on the monthly chart. And then as soon as it closed at 2200, like, you know, it was going down. Although you didn't really have to wait till 2200. You could have just saw like, oh shit, we're going down, and then easily have known. But looking back at quant, okay, I used to have a different chart on here, but TradingView messed it up, so they took it away. So now we have this chart, which doesn't really show you that much information. Doesn't really matter because quant is one of those holds, one of those things that I just like buy and hold forever now. Try to sell it sometime. Try to sell it at major levels. But of course, did that, messed up a little bit. Would have been better off just holding it, to be honest. But here we go. So this is a clear, we could see right here, this entire level, like 179, is pretty big resistance, to be honest. So I think this would be a solid level to sell some and then buy back in. Just like, I don't know, if you want more quant, I always want more quant. That's always the thing that I do, that I want. It's like, I just want more quant. So I have a ton of quant. I don't look at the, I don't want more USD with it. I want more quant. So I'm going to put a sell order in right here. So I'll put a sell order, and then I'll just say, buy back in, you know, 5% lower. And this way I'll just like accumulate 5% more quant. Because it's definitely like you know, it'll fall a little bit, right? Get the 5%, boom, and then get more quant, and then basically just wait it out until something else happens that's like very obvious to sell it, and then buy back in 5% lower, 10% lower, collect another 5-10%, and then keep on doing that like multiple times a year, and maybe at the end of it I'll get like 30. Let's say I do it 6 times. And I get 30% more. So after taxes, that's basically like 15 to 20% more quant. And that's way better than just holding it, even staking it and getting 5%, or staking and get 10%. You still get more by doing that. So I'm going to put an order in right now to sell it at 179. And then I'm going to buy it back in. I'm going to buy it back in like just, I don't know, here, like 170. So at 170, and so I need to write a few things on this chart, because this does not have a lot of the this doesn't have a lot of the stuff that I write. So let me do this. Okay, I'm going to allow. That's fine. Where's my, okay, here it is. So basically, damn, that's crazy. I hope that it reaches this, to be honest. The weekly chart looks absolutely insane. Maybe it will come down on the weekly chart a little bit. Maybe it'll keep on coming down a little bit more, and I should actually sell it. It's a very difficult thing to know, but just looking at this right here, this is right. This is the area that I would buy a lot of quants if it reaches here. Damn. So the weekly actually looks bearish. The daily looks, I don't know, not as bearish, but I guess I'll just do this. Hopefully it'll pump back up to 170. We'll see. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna be, quant is a long-term hold. I want to accumulate more QNT. I don't really care about the USD value, in that I want more QNT, not more USD. I'll sell at major resistances and buy back lower. Actually, what I will do is I'll use bots to accumulate more QNT, and then I'll sell at major resistances and buy back lower. This way, right, I'll accumulate more compared to just staking it. And I think that's a good strategy. So that's what I'm going to do. Once again, I guess it's August 9th, 2021. So hopefully it'll come back up there and not just like tank all the way down back to 120. If it comes to 120, then I'm gonna buy it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to publish this idea, and I'll show you exactly like how things work, right? In my VIP. So I'm going to publish this idea, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this chart right here, and then I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to put an alert on this line, and I'm going to say buying quants for long-term hodl here, and then I'm going to paste the chart. So now if the price does come down here, I know to buy it, and then the chart will pop up and it'll come up in the Discord group, and everyone who's in the VIP will get that alert as soon as this happens. And you know, this is exactly what I am doing, so totally transparent, and there's nothing, you know, nothing there that I'm not doing. So we got that. Let me just see what's going on here. June 28th was the last one that I did. 59, putting 10%. Yeah, this is just stupid crazy. I don't know what was going on. Anyway, that's my quant. So let me just, you know, do this real quick and put it in my 3 comments account so I don't forget about it. Okay, so now we can move on to some of the alts. So moving on to some of the alts, let's just start with BNB. Look at the monthly for BNB. I mean, the monthly really doesn't look bad. Okay, so now we are going to go into the actual cryptocurrencies. So we're going to start off with BNB, and then we're going to go from BNB to ADA, XRP, Doge, DOT, Uniswap, Solana, Link, and we're just going to go down. It's going to go down the line. So first thing I do is I look at the monthly charts. And firstly, let me change this. Just August 9, 2021. So I look at the resistance. This is the monthly. So let me bring this down right here. I'm going to say monthly close. So that's the monthly close right there. And then what else do we have? Well, if you take it from the bottom to the top, we have 61.8. The question is if that really is the 61.8. We'll get a better idea. It's honestly, it's just so, it's too difficult to know. So let's go to the weekly. And was that really 61.8? Yeah, see, the weekly just really shows it much better. this right here is a perfect bottom to top, 61.8. So now you could see that at $256, that was the bottom, right? So, and this is the major resistance. 38.2 is the major resistance. So we're gonna keep this over here. Just from the weekly alone, you could see that it's literally in the middle. It's literally like right in the middle. This is the major support. This is the major resistance. It's right in the middle in no man's land. So it's like, how do you want to trade this? Yeah, I guess if you want to intraday trade it, sure, but you're really taking a risk, you know. I don't want to be so risk on right now. I want to continue to be risk off simply because of the state of the market. If this was November through March, I'd say be risk on, just have no care in the world, just like, you know, go all in basically, because that's what we did. But at this point, it's like, it's too risky to get into something like this at this level, right? You get in here, or you get in here, or you get in at both of these levels, or here, and then you average down. But like getting in here just seems like not the best idea, especially because this is somewhat of a, this actually is somewhat of a resistance right now. And I mean, let's just take the Fibonacci from let's say the top to the bottom. Oh, and look at this. Look at how well this major resistance lines up. This would actually be a good shorting opportunity. So just looking at it, yeah, in fact, it's such a good shorting opportunity that I'm gonna have to make this like this, right? And this is what I'll do. I'll put a 6%, and then if I take the Fibonacci and I do it from, let's say, you know, right around here to right around here, then 356, so 357 would be a really good take profit level. It's only 13, but it's a solid, it's over a 2-to-1 ratio, and that's really good. That's actually a really good shorting opportunity, to be honest. So I'm gonna put this on right here, and then once it does this, like, I don't know what, I wouldn't long it here, but I would take this opportunity. So this is what I do. I publish the idea, I type in BNB, and I type in BNB, and then I just do trend analysis, and, you know, just do that. Once I publish it, then I copy this, and once I copy it, I go back into here. So now as it approaches here, I'm going to say entering short position right here, and I'm going to save that. Now, as soon as it hits it, the alert will go off, and that's what will happen. And you could tell from the weekly, like, you know, that's what you have to do. Like, what else is there? On the daily, this could go either way. You don't know. It looks like it's going to go up, but it could just as easily fall down from here. So it's in a no buy zone. Like, these are part of my rules. This is how I keep my profit, how I keep my gains, is I just like stick to my rules. So yeah, if this is really nowhere near, it's really nowhere near where I want it to be. I mean, I guess if you take it from like here to here, right? That was a big resistance, you know, support resistance right here. So this is a big flip. So technically you could do this, right? Up there, and then have a really tight stop loss, just like a 3% stop. And that honestly, yeah, honestly, that wouldn't be terrible. So this is actually fine, to be honest. So I'll do this. This is a fine trade. And I will add this to the list. So then I'm going to do this. I'm going to add alert. Entering a long. You know, it's opportunities. This is a very good opportunity, because then if it comes down here and it closes, then sure, go down to the 4 hour just to double check. But yeah, so it's definitely going to come down. Easy long, totally. So let me add this to my thing. Okay, so you have two different opportunities for BNB. One is the longing opportunity, which is longing right here on this break, you know, this SR flip. And then the other one is too short once it reaches this level. And so that is BNB. Now we could go to BNB Bitcoin, see where that's at. Okay, this is another reason why I sort of like the BNB play, is because BNB against Bitcoin is coming into a very significant, I mean, both the 200 exponential moving average and simple moving average are right here. So BNB is looking, honestly, not too bad. Not too bad. I hope it does come down just a little bit so that my order can be filled, because I'm looking to fill order for BNB, you know, in USD terms, because I try to do everything in USD. But BNB versus Bitcoin is not looking bad. So considering both BNB against Bitcoin and BNB against USDT are looking pretty solid, I think it's more of a safer bet. So let me just save this and possibly create something like this, possibly. This is somewhat similar to what the pretty much what the USDT chart will be. So let me write that down in my analysis real quick. So this is my market scan analysis. So I'm going to say BNB BTC closing in on the 200 EMA, SMA, and EMA. MAs looking pretty good on both USDT and BNB, excuse me, BTC pairings, to be honest. So taking this trade, and then what I do is I copy this, right? And I click copy, and then I go into my ideal buy zones, and I click paste, and I paste it. And so that's why I do that. And so you could see, you know, right here, there is the 200-day moving average right there. You could see the trade right there, and you can see the trade right here. And that is basically how I do it. And then I have the alerts go off when the alerts go off if it touches. So going back to this screen over here, now we have the market scan, and so that's BNB. And you could also see the RSI is pretty, it's in a good place for BNB. It could come down a little bit further, but it's tricky situation. Let's move on to Cardano now, or ADA. So let me do this real quick. Okay, and this is August 9th. And This is Cardano. So you can see this is the clear, I mean, resistance right here. I mean, yeah, this was the resistance. Oh, this is the weekly support resistance. So that's why I had it over here. But technically, this entire area was actually, this entire area was resistance. So let's be real here and just understand that there's all of these wicks up in this area. So we're in the resistance like right now. If it comes down to $1, that's really where you wanna get in at just over $1. I don't think this actually hit. This at 1.05, 1.03, yeah, 1.02. It never hit 1.00. So apparently I missed it by like half of a cent or something like that. So let me just bring this up. Quite annoying. It's probably one of the most infuriating things is when you miss it by literally just a couple cents. And this is why you want to like average in. So I'm literally gonna write this here. I'm gonna say start averaging in at 1.2 down to 1.01, 1.0, 1.02. Yeah, because 1.2, maybe not 1.2, but maybe, well, no, yeah, 1.2. Start averaging down in this entire area if it comes back down here. Right now it's at a resistance. Actually, shit, this actually looks fairly good to short, to be honest. It's like I don't want to short anything right now, but it looks really good because it's let's see, let's start at the weekly. Let's go through the process, right? So here's the weekly. Oh my God, look at that. This was such an obvious play. Unbelievable. So support, resistance. I mean, it's at the resistance, so I don't really know. Less momentum. It's like technically it closed above, so if you want, I mean, shit, look at just strict support resistance. Using strict support resistance, what do we have here? We literally have this. Like, this is what we have. Like, I don't know why. It's such a tough situation. I would love to buy here when it's oversold, you know? Not when it's like crazy overbought and stuff. It's just like, but then again, it's a very difficult situation to read. Wow. I mean, even if I read it like here, let's say I got in here, I probably wouldn't recommend buying it here. It's like buy here, sell here. But it's technically it's above it. So what do you think about this for a second? Okay, so technically I just put this up to the wick, and like if we count the wicks, we're still in resistance. But we spent 1, 2, 3. This is like day 4 in the resistance, normally it's like 1, 2, 3, and then it comes down, or like just literally one down, wick down, 1, 2, wick down, 1, 2, 3, wick, and then all the way back down, or like 1, 2, and then like down, basically one and then down. And we're spending so much time up here. It's like, it seems like it's sort of worth it to give it a shot. Maybe like not bet too much on it, but it's still like, it's still worth it, you know? So that's what I'm gonna write. Yeah. I mean, if it falls down here, it's probably, I'd probably do that. I just can't believe I missed this by such a small amount. To miss it by is just infuriating, you know? Anyway, so yeah. Is it gonna come all the way back down? Like, is it in the range? Like, it's so difficult. It's like, this is in the range, but so like, if it breaks down, it seems sort of stupid to buy it up here, to be honest. But I just can't do it. No, fuck this. We're in the resistance. So I'm gonna say, even though price is staying there for 4 days now and not going lower, so it seems more bullish, I just can't buy while we're in the resistance. It's just not intelligent trading. Yeah, I just can't do that, you know? Yeah, that's gonna be Cardano for me. Wow, look at this. So this was my trade for Cardano that I put on. You can see Cardano versus Bitcoin right here. And this was on June 28th. And I said, this is really weak support. So like if this breaks it, it's going to go straight to 31.24, like right here. And this was the buy zone. If we press the play button, broke it, and then bam, went straight there and bounced all the way back up. Now we're back down here. So it's like, so actually Cardano is coming into a support area as well. So it's similar like how BNB came into the support area for Bitcoin, against Bitcoin. So what is this? So let me go back to the main charts. Yeah, see, what was that? Like, what? I don't know what this is. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, let me go back here and check out Cardano versus Bitcoin's probably coming into the area. Yeah, coming into decent support. Damn. Okay, so it's interesting. Some coins are coming into decent support against Bitcoin. This is an incredibly confusing thing. Lower, this is the high, and this was the low. It broke it. High became resistance, broke it. So now what is it going to break it again? This is going to become resistance and then break again down here. Like, it's so difficult to tell right now. We're under the moving averages. We are in a clear downtrend. Like, it's a clear downtrend, so I would not want to long. I don't know. Against Bitcoin, this whole area is pretty solid. Okay, against Bitcoin, things are coming. This is what I'm going to write. I'm going to do this. Market scan, go into my notes. Some notes. Some altcoins are coming into their 200-day SMA and EMAs, I guess, simple moving averages and exponential moving averages against Bitcoin. So I think they might drop a little bit and then bounce from these moving averages because they're pretty significant and also line up with some support areas. And I'll post this in the VIP chat. I'll also take this and I'll have to go in here to my notes. So I'm not yet. So add this to my notes. Oh my gosh. Just cancel. So we have that. So where's Cardano at? Looking back at Cardano. Is this the new Cardano trade? I need to see. 7 minutes ago, yes, it is. Damn. This is so freaking hard because now it's coming into this really good area, this really good region right here. And let me just check. Let me just double check right here. Is this a... Let's go on the weekly. Oh, damn. Okay, so this is the weekly chart. Bottom top, straight up. Bottom top on the weekly. And this is 1, 2, 3. So you can do this. Yeah, shoot. It's too good. It's too good of an opportunity, I think. You got to get into Cardano here. And then I would say you need to long it. Long it there. Stop should be honestly probably somewhere around there. And then you could do this. Boom, boom, up here to up here. That might work. I feel like that would work, to be honest. Because this could come down just a little bit. This could come down just to be oversold again. And then that would create a really good... Oh, man. All right, this one I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna put this on whatever. ADA. Okay, guys, so I'm pretty sure that this session is super long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this right now because it's 2 in the morning. And then I'm going to just like rest for a few hours. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish this live stream. But the thing is, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So I'm going to, like this says, watch the entire stream without any breaks or silence at YouTube at this channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this stream to Recut and get all the silence out of it. And then I'm going to upload that to YouTube. And then I will pretty much give you guys... access to that, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish doing Cardano and XRP and Doge and DOT and Solana and Link and all of that stuff. So thank you for watching. I'm going to go do that now.